I'm gonna start the video. We've got a little bit of review. Let's bow into class first. Left over, right? Us. Okay, here we go. So we're going to jump right into our warm-up, which is going to be our triangle lock. So triangle lock. We're going to do it without the lift first, just focusing on the lock, and then we're going to add our lift. Okay, so starting, Logan's already got the idea.
Yeah.
It's already on. Right? I hook, bringing one leg across, I hook my toes around my leg, and I lock. Okay?
Good job, Caleb.
Good, bending it all the way around. Now, I'm going to do the other side. Bringing it across, I hook underneath my own knee, and I lock. Okay, across, I hook, and I lock.
Very
hook
good, Eli.
and lock. Good. Hook and lock.
Logan
Very
and
good.
Wyatt have also added in the hip movement.
Good, Henry. Awesome, guys. Looks like
Good
everyone's
job.
doing a great job with this one.
Keep
So
going, Grayson. That's it.
let's do this for 1 minute, and then we'll add the lift.
Well done, Charlie. I very much like the way that you're working on that. Make sure you alternate your feet, though.
My timer.
You gotta let go and then alternate. Yeah, there you go. Pinch, come back up. Good.
Good.
Come on,
Hook
Preston.
and lock. Hook and lock.
Good.
Hook and lock. Hook and lock. Hook and lock.
Good work,
Hook.
Henry.
And lock. Hook and lock.
Maddox, I need you to be doing the exercise. We'll take your question after, okay,
Yep.
bud?
We're not taking any questions before the warm-up, guys. I'm sure you all have lots of questions, but we should get moving, right? You guys have probably been
It's our
waiting in the
exercise
waiting room
time.
for a while. So, we gotta get moving, right? I do see your questions. Gotta get warmed up first. Good. 10 seconds,
going.
and then we'll switch. So, hook and lock. If you can, keep your hands off the mat, right? So, I bring my foot across, I hook, and I lock. Hook and lock. Good. And time. Okay.
Should I get some more tape for you?
Yeah. No, this is just wonky. It's fine. I'll just be careful. Okay. Now, we're going to add the lift to it. So, a lot of you are doing this already because you guys remember this from last class, but we're going to do this officially now. I rock back, I kick my legs all the way up, and I bite and lock as I come down. So, one motion,
So we're
hips
adding
all
in
the way
the
up,
hip motion now.
up, pike down, rock up, hook and lock, I rock back to my butt. So I start from seated, roll back, lift my hips, lock up my triangle.
So for those of you that were already doing this movement, so we're just keep going on it, right?
Good,
So we're just
tall.
rocking back and forth.
Good, Eli.
Good job.
That's it, all the
Lila.
way back. I'm gonna hook and lock.
Good job, Catherine and
Hook and
Caitlin.
lock. All the way back.
That looks really good, Preston. Make sure you bite down on that top foot. There you go. Grayson, I think you're going a little bit too far over your head, bud.
Yep, so we don't want to go all the way folding ourselves in half.
Don't
right?
do that.
I
Don't
want
do
to
what
kick
Coach
my legs
Jeff's doing.
straight up in the air. And I lock.
Good job,
Straight up,
Maddox. That
and
is
I
good.
lock.
There you go,
Straight up
Grayson. Keep going, bud.
and lock.
That's much better.
Straight up and lock. Here we go. Up and lock. Up and lock.
Logan, that was a pretty good backwards roll there.
I've always found this particular warm-up to be very, very relaxing. I don't know why.
I think it's just the rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's the rhythm of rocking back and rocking back up. But I've personally always enjoyed this warm-up. Time. All right. Very good. Ratal. Now I can take your question.
What's up?
Everybody else, if you need a drink, 30 seconds to go grab a drink. Otherwise, we'll jump into our review. Ratal, go ahead.
How does this exercise help?
How does this exercise help? Well, this is
Like, what does it do?
this exercise is more or less the triangle, right? So some of you, when you were locking up the triangle, were sometimes getting confused with, oh, which leg goes over, which leg goes under, which leg's coming across. This drill, if I just have my dummy, right, I hook and I lock. That is more or less my triangle. So this is just practicing getting my leg into position,
and
right?
You can't really see this, but Coach Jack's hips are up. So Coach Jack's hips are actually up. So remember how we were rocking, so our hips come up, and then we clench? That's what he's doing. So that you can see that his you can kind of see that his hips are up.
Yep.
So it's the same idea.
It's the same thing, right? And
Okay.
One thing that a lot of kids have trouble with when they're locking the triangle is when they lock it up. And this happened to some of you last class, right? You guys were doing a good job of locking up. But you guys were locking up not at the knee, but behind your ankle, right? So you guys were locking up here, or you guys were locking up by the calf. Just pretty good, right? But we're looking for 100% here. So we want to make sure we're always behind our own knee. And if we do this enough, this kind of reminds ourselves in our own heads that, oh, I gotta be locking behind my own knee, right? Because I'm really focusing for both exercises, bringing that foot all the way behind my knee and locking nice and tight. Not bringing the foot over here and locking, right? I'm hooking it all the way behind my knee and locking. So, couple of key points there.
Good question there.
Okay, good question. Maddox, last question, and then we'll jump into our review. Go ahead.
Today is very busy.
Yep, we got lots to do today, so let's move right along. We're going to review our punch block series. So we're going to start with stage 1 and stage 2. It's been a while since we've done this, but punch block, right? Very important sequence for self-defense. Punch block series, stage 1. So from closed guard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the head, wrap the arm, and then glue my ear to my dummy's ear. So I'm going to go ear to ear, hug the head, hug the arm. Make sure my head is not on the ground. Okay, because if my head is on the ground, this arm can reach around and hit me. But if I pick my head up and I hide my head with my dummy's head, right, it's going to be much harder for my partner to punch me. Here. Okay, so hug the head, hug the arm, glue my ear, stage 1. Okay, I want to see everybody get to stage 1. So grab your dummy.
Make sure you have your dummy or your live partner.
Good. Hug the head, hug the arm, glue my ear. Okay, keeping my guard closed. That is stage 1. Okay, stage 2, when my partner reaches to punch me, I block the arm, step on the hip, and I bring the knee in. Okay, so step on the hip, knee in, step on the hip, knee in on the other side. So I have 2 feet on the hips, both knees in. This is stage 2. Still hanging onto that arm, nice and tight.
You need to be holding on to the arms, not like the wrist, but the middle of the arm. So you can see Coach Jackie's holding on to the middle arm, kind of like as if it was right here.
Yep.
That's where you want to
just grab it nice and high. I will explain why in a second.
Good job, Charlie. That looks awesome.
So, same thing. Stage 1, hug the head, hug the arm, glue my ear. Stage 2, foot on the hip, knee in the middle. Foot on the hip, other knee in. Stage 2, hanging onto those arms there. Good.
Caitlin, you want to put your knee where the bicep is, so right in the middle of each arm, and then hold on to the back.
Holding on nice and high.
That seems
close
to be
the shoulder.
constant.
Yep.
Quite a few. Charlie's got a really good grip. So does
Good.
Henry.
Yeah, Charlie's got it exactly. Stage 1. Stage 2.
So we're just switching between 2 stages, guys.
Good.
Good job,
We're just
Preston.
gonna get some practice moving between our 2 stages, okay? So stage 1, kicking the legs through, hug the head, hug the arm, glue the ear. Stage 1. Stage 2, foot on the hip, knee in the middle, foot on the hip, knee in the middle.
So you want to be putting your knee in the middle of your dummy's arm. Eli, that might be a little hard if your dummy's upside down, but I don't know how that's going to work.
Good. Back to stage 1. We're just going to keep going, guys.
If you haven't switched yet, live partners, switch now.
Yep, we're going to go through it a few more times. So stage 1. Glue my ear, hug the head, hug the arm. Stage 2, foot on the hip, knee in the middle.
Logan,
foot on
Wyatt,
the hip,
did you guys switch?
knee in the middle. Okay, stage 2. Now back to stage 1. I kick my legs through, lock it back up. Stage 1, hug the head, hug the arm, glue my ear. Stage 2. We're going to shorten it now. We're just going to go stage 1, stage 2. You guys are going to follow along, okay? Stage 1.
Look, Wyatt, can you posture up and not be like a super floppy doll?
Stage 2. Talked about not being a dead fish while we were still in class, right, Wyatt?
Yeah, because you're not helping your brother at all.
Right? We got to be good partners, remember?
Preston, can you flare your knees? You got it. I just want you to flare your knees, so like open them up.
Stage 2. Stage 1 and stage 2. Awesome, guys. Now, I did tell Isla that I would explain why exactly we don't hang on to the arm at the wrist. I'm sure a couple of you have that question, right? Why does it matter where on the arm I grab, right? Why do I have to grab high? Why can't I grab low? Why does it matter? Here's why, guys. So, if I'm in stage 1, right, my partner tries to punch me, I'm going to bring my knee in. I'm going to block. I'm going to bring my other knee in. I block, okay? Once I hang on here, I'm grabbing at the tricep, above the elbow. If I grab at the wrist, this is okay for setup, but if I grab at the wrist, my partner can loop their elbow over my knee. And now, if my partner's super strong, they can pull their arm straight away from me and hit me in the face. Okay? I don't ever want to be in a situation where I'm one-on-one, meaning my one arm is trying to hang on to their one arm. When that happens, it's just going to come down to who's bigger, who's stronger. Right? If I'm stronger, I might be able to hang on to that arm. But if my opponent's stronger, right, they're going to pull that arm away from me and they're going to hit me. I don't want to get hit. So I'm here. Now if Coach Mel tries to loop her arm over my knee, it's very difficult because I'm controlling above the elbow. Once again, if I control at the wrist, loop your arm over, Coach Mel. There we go. Now she's beating the knee. Now she pulls her hand away. Whoa, now I've lost that arm. So again,
it's really important to make sure you hold on to the upper part of that arm so they're really nice and tight. Right?
Exactly. And the way we want to think about it, just grab the arm close to the shoulder, everyone. So when you grab your dummy's arm, make sure you're grabbing close to the shoulder joint as opposed to down by the end of the arm. Okay? And that's how we're going to build that good habit. Controlling nice and high above the elbow.
Vital, your question, I don't get stage 2. Do you mean that you don't understand why you need it? Or why we're using it?
Is that your question?
Yeah, why do we use stage 2?
So stage 1, as nice as stage 1 is.
I think we're too close. Okay.
Yep. So, as nice as stage 1 is, I like stage 1, right? But I'm controlling the head, I'm protecting my head, but this arm is still free. So what do you think someone who wants to hurt me is going to do? They're going to try and punch me with that arm, right? So I got to deal with that arm somehow. But once I grab that arm and I block with this knee, now this arm is free. Now I got to bring that in as well, and I got to hold both arms, okay? That's how I keep myself safe. And from here, we're going to talk about, today, we're going to review our Kimura from here, okay? So we're going to talk about how we're attacking from here. But stage 2, the reason stage 2 exists is because stage 1 doesn't keep me 100% safe from punches. Okay?
Okay.
Stage 2 does.
And what's really important, guys, is that you flare your knee. So what I mean by that is that you're just pushing against your dummy's arms so that they can't technically move, right? Because I saw some of you just put your knees in the middle of their chest, and that doesn't really stop them from doing anything. right? You got to add some resistance to it.
Good.
Make sense?
Okay, we're gonna move on to the Kimura. So, the Kimura from stage 2. We're all familiar with stage 2 now, hopefully, now that we've reviewed it. Right, starting from closed guard, stage 1, foot on the hip, knee in the middle, foot on the hip, knee in the middle. I get to stage 2. Now, I'm gonna break one of my rules as I look for this Kimura. I'm going to slide one hand and only one hand down towards the wrist. Okay, now because I slide this down towards the wrist, this knee needs to move now. So I'm gonna kick that leg through. So I kick, I grab the wrist, I kick, I reach over for my figure 4, so I grab my own wrist. And finally, to make sure I stay safe, I'm going to shrimp out to my side. So, from stage 2, wrist control, kick, figure 4, and shrimp. Okay? I'm kicking that leg out so I can shrimp to my side and get all the way onto my side to finish that Kimura. Okay? One more time. Stage 1. Knee in the middle, knee in the middle. Stage 2. Grab the wrist so I slide down to the arm. Kick my leg through, grab my figure 4, and shrimp to my side. Good. That's it. Looks like Henry's got it.
Preston, give it a try, bud.
Good. I know we did this earlier in the month, but it might have been a few classes.
Very good, Caitlin.
We're just going to review this one, guys.
Catherine, I can't see your hands, so I'm not sure if you've got the Kimura or not.
Stage
or if
1.
you're just holding on to the arm.
Stage 2. Wrist control, kick, figure 4, and shrimp. Okay?
Remember, we have to grab. You have to grab your own wrist there, Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, remember that figure 4 grip we use?
I'll do it on this side just so you guys can see, right? Figure 4. I kick as I slide down to the wrist. So I slide down to the wrist. I kick this leg, reach over, grab my figure 4, right? Grabbing my own wrist. Shrimp.
So, Catherine, you got to go over the shoulder and almost go underneath. Go underneath the arm. You don't need the head, just leave the head. But don't just grab it and hold on to it. So,
Catherine, watch me. Right, I'm in stage 2. I'm going to kick this leg through. Now I reach over the shoulder. Right, really close to the end of this arm. I'm going to reach over, grab my own wrist.
Isla, I'm not sure if you're doing it right because I can't quite see your hand. Can you try it on the other side?
Reaching over, grabbing my own wrist. Now I'm shrimping to my side. Eli, almost. I want you to turn your right hand just a little bit. So your hand down here, you're behind right now. I want you to turn it so it's in front.
Go ahead, Isla.
And then you've got it. Okay?
Logan and Wyatt, if you haven't switched yet, switch now.
Good. Give you guys a couple more minutes with this one. Alright. This is a nice bit of review. So I kick.
The finger 4 is not coming along.
I think this is what was happening last time as well. So the figure 4 is
Caitlin's definitely got it.
Some people. I think Henry's got it as well.
Preston looks like he's got it.
Yep. The figure 4 is still confusing some people.
But
that's not
quite a few don't. Isla, you almost got it. Just grab your own wrist. That's it. That's the finger 4. You got it. Caitlin, that looks good. Yeah.
Good. Grab and tie. Okay.
We definitely have to go over it.
Yep. That's why I'm calling time a little bit early. I want to spend some time on the figure 4. Okay? This is a little confusing for some of you. That's perfectly fine. Just got to spend a little more time on it. Okay? That's what review classes are for. So that's perfectly fine, guys. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab the dummy. I'm going to pick it up. bring it right next to the camera, and then I'll show you guys the figure.
Me to stand
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I can just prop it up here. Okay, so figure 4.
So Coach Jack's just going to go over the figure 4 without all the body movement stuff, so please make sure you are paying attention.
I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to form a C grip, okay? C grip, Lego grip. I'm going to come here, grab the front of my dummy's arm, okay? Now, my other arm, I'm going to pass it all the way over. I'm going to put my elbow on my dummy's shoulder. Okay, so I pass it all the way over. My elbow rests on my dummy's shoulder. Now I reach through from the back. So I reach from behind. I reach through my dummy's armpit right here and grab my own wrist. Okay, so one more time. Lego grip. Elbow over the shoulder. And I reach through the armpit to grab my figure 4. Okay, underneath, and grab. So let's see you guys try that with your dummies.
So we're just doing the arm movement, so make sure you have your dummies so we can see.
Good, Isla. Reaching over the top. Yes, there you go, Isla. Bend that arm. Bend that arm to help you get the figure 4. Perfect, much better, guys. Now, the trick to the figure 4 as well, if the arm is super straight, it's going to be hard for me to get my figure 4. Okay, you can see my hand barely reaches here. I get a little bit of my fingers on there. What I want to do is I want to bend that arm. I want to push that arm down. Now I can really grab that figure 4 tight.
That's it, Preston.
Right, and there you go, Eli, that's it. Right, so C grip, elbow on the shoulder, underneath the armpit. So I'm going to go through the armpit, all the way to the front. Okay. So over, bring it back to me, and grab my own wrist. Good, Eli. That's it.
Catherine, you should be able to do it, but you're just hugging the arm right now.
Yep, make sure you have that C grip, Catherine.
Hold it, yeah. Go around with your other hand.
Over.
And and then hold your wrist. No, the other one. So the first hand that you're using, hold on to it, and then
over and grab. Okay.
Caitlin, can you just help her get the hand part? Like actually use your hand and hold on to her hand. Might work better.
Yep.
It's very confusing. Charlie's got it.
But it looks like most of you have it, right? Isla's got it now. Charlie's got it. Preston, right? So, much better. With that, guys, let's go back to our Kimura. Okay?
Turn your hand, Catherine. Turn your hand. You almost got it.
So, from here, I'm going to go to stage 2. All right? Knee in the middle. Stage 2.
Keep going.
Grab the wrist, right? I grab the wrist. I'm going to go elbow over the shoulder. I'm going to kick this leg through. I still have my C grip. I'm going to reach over and grab my own wrist. Now, the last part of this, I'm going to shrimp all the way out to my side. Okay? So, stage
That's it,
2.
Catherine. You got it. That's it.
Stage 2. Grab my C grip, kick my leg through, elbow on the shoulder, reach through the armpit and grab my figure 4. Like I did with our last drill. Okay, once I grab that figure 4, I'm going to shrimp to my side.
So no, it feels like it's really technical sometimes, but you just got to keep trying. Isla, can you go a little bit more toward, like turn towards, like onto your side? Oh, other side, towards the couch. The couch. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect, Isla. That's it.
So some of you have to remember that you're not flat on your back, Grayson.
Gotta make sure we're shrimping to our side, okay? Whoop, I'm a little far out here. There we go. Okay, stage 2. Step. Here. Secret, kick the leg, right? Reach over the shoulder and reach for my own arm. Okay? Once I reach for my own arm, watch, I'm going to hip out towards the camera. So I'm going to shrimp.
You got it, Catherine. That's
to
it.
the camera, and I'm going to get on my side.
That's it, Charlie. Come on, Grayson. Keep trying.
Good. All right. 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute.
Switch partners. Switch live partners.
So, stage 2.
Logan, Wyatt, did you guys switch?
Secret. Kick. Arm over. And I'm going to come through to the front. Grab
Maddox,
my figure
keep
4.
trying. We're going to take questions after.
Shrimp.
Okay? Keep trying.
Grab my figure
If you
4.
rotate slightly, then I might be able to see what you're doing, bud. And I can help you through it. Good job, Charlie.
That's it, guys.
Very good. Very good, Ratal.
Stage 2. Secret. Kick. Reach over and grab my figure 4. Now I'm going to shrimp to my side. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. All the way to my side.
Good job, Logan.
Good. Stage 2. Grab the wrist. Arm over. Shrimp. Back to stage 2. Secret. Kick. Arm over. Grab my own wrist. And shrimp.
Good job, Wyatt.
Good. And time. Very good. All right. I have 1 minute for questions, and then we'll jump right into our rounds, okay?
Is anybody having questions? Anybody had difficulty with that?
Yep. If you had questions, now is the time. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into our round. Okay? Eli, is that a question, or are you good?
You don't know?
Shrugs.
No, it's not a question.
All right, not a question. Perfect. I know it's a little tricky, guys, but again, it's all down to that figure 4, okay? If we can form that figure 4 properly, that's 90% of the technique right there. You guys have all got stage 1, stage 2 perfect, all right? We just need you guys to really practice that figure 4. But that's awesome, right? Everyone seems to have it. Now, Eli, now you have a question.
What's up?
What is it?
What if they break through when you're not even when you're in the first part? Like
Which
when you're in
first
number
part?
You
1.
mean like when you're holding onto their head and arm?
Mhm.
You mean stage 1?
You mean if they get out, kind of thing?
And do it back on you.
It's quite hard.
It's quite difficult, especially if I'm hanging onto the head, for someone to posture away from me from stage 1, right? It's going to be really tough just because I have their hand controlled and I'm pulling it down, right? All they can really do is pull that arm back and try to hit me, and that's where we start to go into stage 2, all right? So, again, focusing on stage 1, just holding that head real tight, pulling my head nice and close, keeping myself safe.
So Eli, the reason why it's really hard to lift someone when they're pulling you in is because basically you're using your head to lift them up, and it's really hard. Because even though Coach Jack is really light, it doesn't mean that it's easy.
Yep. So, one important concept with controlling someone is where the head goes, the body follows, right? So we as human beings find it very difficult to go anywhere our head is not facing, okay? As a drill, the bridge is actually a very easy way to see this, right? If I look this way, if I look towards the camera, and I try to bridge over my opposite shoulder, I get stuck, right? So if I look towards the camera, but I'm trying to bridge away, this is as far as I can go. But if I look towards the camera and then bridge towards the camera, look how easy it is to get to my knees. Okay, you guys can try this at home as well. If you lay down flat and then roll your head to look one way, right? If we lay down flat and you roll your head to look one way, I want you to try and bridge in the opposite direction. So keep your eyes looking this way, but you're going to bridge behind you, trying to go the other way. And see how hard that is, right? Try to turn to your knees without cheating and moving your head.
So you're kind of going opposite directions, right? And if you're going opposite directions, it doesn't work so good.
It doesn't work very well, right? Whereas if I look at the camera and I'm bridging the same way, it's very easy for me to come to my knees. What this teaches us, guys, is that where my head is looking and where my head is going, my body will naturally follow. Okay, so if we take this and we apply it to stage 1, roll this thing out of here. Where is Coach Mel's head pointing if I'm holding her in stage 1? She's looking down at the floor. Is it going to be easy for her to come up? No. Very difficult, right? Whereas if I do not have control of the head, come up, Coach Mel.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy, right? So, again, the key point of control in stage 1 is going to be the head. Okay, that's why we make sure we're hanging on to the head real tight. I know you have a question, Maddox, but we're starting to run a little low on time here. So we're going to jump right into our round. And
starting from guard?
Yep, we're going to start from closed guard today, okay? I do see your hand, Maddox, but we're a little low on time right now. So, here we go. I'll put some time on the clock, and then we'll get started. Okay, from closed guard, let's go for our hip bump sweep. So you're going to reach over, post up on your hand, right up on your hand. You're going to bump all the way over into the mount. So turn and bump. Good, Caitlin. That's it, Isla. Reach across, right? Reach across and bump. Other arm, Isla. You're going to reach your left arm over the shoulder. So keep that arm behind you. Or you're going to reach all the way around. Put your elbow on your dummy's ear and then bump all the way over. Good. All the way to the other side. All the way to the other shoulder. Closest to the stairs. Good. You feel your dummy starting to move already. Now turn your belly. Turn your belly. Step on the ground. Turn your belly. Good. All the way over. All the way over.
Oh, she's
Yep.
brought her leg out.
Yep. Keep that leg around. That's okay. So from the mount, pick it up from the mount, Isla. Pop up the knee on belly. Good. Windshield wiper. Windshield wiper. Good, Preston. Good, Eli. Jump switch. Good. Side control. Scarf hold facing the head. Scarf hold facing the feet. Step over into mount. Good. Americana from mount. Elbow next to the ear. Grab the wrist. Grab your own wrist. Figure 4. Slide and lift. Good. Now, dummy rolls you into your guard. So roll back into your closed guard. From here, we're going to look for the Kimura straight away. So grab the wrist. Reach over the shoulder. Figure 4. So use your C grip. Figure 4. And shrimp all the way out to the side. Shrimp the other way, Eli. Good, Charlie. Charlie's got it. Henry's got it. Maddox, yep, there you go.
Maddox is fine.
Yep, Maddox, I want you to just turn a little more to your side. So look towards your bear. Yep, there you go. Now you got it. Good. Now, back to closed guard. So let the Kimura go. Come back to the middle. Come back flat. Back to closed guard. Now, we're going to go for the hip bump sweep one more time. So put your feet in the ground. Reach across your dummy's shoulder. Get up on your hand. Good, Preston. Good. Reach across. Good. And bump. So lift your butt up and turn your belly down. Good. All the way over, Isla. That's it. All the way over. All the way over. Yes.
Good job.
There you go. That's a good one, Isla. Now, from the mount, let's go for our hurdle armbar. And time. Awesome job, guys. Again, very well done. We reviewed a lot today. I know the figure 4 is still a little tricky for some of you, but that's why we need to practice more. All right? Really focus on using that C grip, reaching over the arm, and then grabbing your own wrist. Okay? But otherwise, you guys all did fantastic. Again, it's not a... Closed guard is definitely not the easiest position to learn, but it's super, super important. Okay, that's why we're spending so much time on it this month. So you guys are all doing awesome. Now, I've left some time at the end of class, as I always do, for anyone that has anything to share. Yeah, Rital already has her hand up, so I'll spotlight Rital, and you can go ahead. Looks like she has something really exciting to share. So spotlight for everyone. I don't get the difference between that and replace pin, but yeah, okay, here we go. Go ahead, Rital.
So, I made bracelets for my 2 best friends.
That's cute.
The first one had a cheetah pattern, and the other one had a cotton candy pattern, and me got a cloud pattern. And in gym, in school, they started the dance unit, and I hate it.
What? You don't like the dance unit? I love the dance unit.
And the worst thing
It's like
is
the
that the
best.
song, you have to make up a dance. And we can use dances.
Oh, you just got to do this one.
Or just do jiu-jitsu.
No.
Or just do
We
jujitsu.
got the idea from math, so we got to do a dance pattern.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we did that while we were in school as well. I'll say it wasn't my favorite unit, but I think you'll have a lot of fun with it, Rital.
I think you just gotta.
Yeah, I think you just gotta flip your mindset a little bit, right? Try to have a little more fun with it. Yeah, and Catherine's got something. So,
okay.
Catherine, go ahead. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
I lost a tooth.
Oh.
You did.
Are you gonna put it under your pillow?
Wow.
Are you gonna put it under your pillow for the tooth fairy?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations on losing your tooth.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful milestone.
All right, one
Anybody
more.
else?
We have time for one more, guys, before I have to make way for Coach Nathan here. So, Isla, go ahead.
Oops.
Yep. Replace
Nope,
pin.
I hit the button.
Yep.
I hit the wrong button. Here it goes. Replace.
Whoop.
Okay, here
There
we
we go. All right, Isla. Go ahead.
I took chemistry.
I
What's
missed
that,
one.
Isla? Can you speak up a little bit?
You something with your Christmas tree. I got that part. What happened with the Christmas tree? You took it down? You did. You took
Yes.
your okay, I
Uh-huh.
can hear you
You
now.
just got to be right next to the camera, Isla,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Oh, so you took your Christmas tree down. How long did it take? How long did it take to take your Christmas tree down? Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Minutes, I think.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's pretty quick work, right? It's about time to start taking the Christmas tree
it
down.
is January.
It is the middle of January now, right?
That Christmas tree did a wonderful job then.
Yeah. I know some of you have had your trees up since November. I think as soon as Halloween ended, right? A lot of you guys I saw in your backgrounds. I'm like, man, trees are already going up. All right.
Yeah.
Real festive. So it's been sitting there for a couple months now. So awesome. All right. Finally get that tree out of there. Clear up some room. All right. Very well done today, guys. Hopefully I'll see you all on Wednesday and we'll wrap up our review. Again, looks like the restrictions are starting to loosen a bit, so nobody knows for sure, but I hope we'll be back in here soon. So
we miss you.
Seeing all of you. Yep, coaches miss you all a lot. So hopefully we can see you all back in here sooner rather than later. Okay.
You guys ready? Standing up.
Standing up. Us.
Us.
All right. Very well done, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you on Thursday.
Have a good day.